Hey. Welcome to my channel, Unbiased LLC. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are part of the Purple Patch crew, welcome in, baby. And if you are part of the replay, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, stopping by, and doing all the things. I appreciate you. So if you haven't hit the like button, do so. Okay. So today we will be discussing how to attach your buttonhole foot to your sewing machine. We will play with the stitches so that you can see what it looks like. We will also test it on different types of materials, just because I'm extra like that. So I have these two different buttonhole foots. They are basically the same thing, okay? It's just one came with the brother machine and the other one came with the single sewing machine. And then I have these. If you've never seen this type of buttonhole foot, this is also brother and singer, okay? So same exact measurement, same exact thing, just two different colors. Then you can also use these open toe feet to make buttonholes. If you don't have a buttonhole foot, because most sewing machines, home sewing machines, come with a buttonhole foot, and they are single processed. So that means your machine only have to do one thing and it's going to make the buttonhole foot for you. But then when you have a Singer heavy duty sewing machine, you have to actually make the triangle, and I'm going to show you that today. And then I may have to come back and show you on the brother sewing machine how to do it, but I don't have it hooked up. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, how many of you in the chat know how to use the button foot, press the foot function on your sewing machine? Put a number 5 in the chat if you know how to use the buttonhole foot. And if you don't know how to use the buttonhole foot, put a 0. A number 5 if you know how to use the buttonhole foot. A number 0 if you don't. 5, 0. Let's go. Thank you, Miss Diane Wilson, for joining the membership. Hold on, Queen. Wait, I gotta twerk for you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me go and get it. I got you, girl. We twerking for cash. Purple Patch crew. Thank you. And let me stir you up, Miss Diane Wilson. I love you. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I appreciate you. So, Blue Emerald Creations knows how to use it. If you in the bushes, weigh in, baby. 5 if you've ever used the buttonhole foot, 0 if you don't. Miss Angela says it's been a while. Okay, number 5. Okay. So we have a lot of zeros and about 2 or 3 5s. Okay, so today I'm going to test it on regular cotton. This is 100% cotton fabric. I'm also going to test it on the blue jean, 100% cotton blue jean denim. I'm also going to test it on this faux leather. Okay. I'm also going to show you on the felt. So your felt is kind of like putting your buttonhole onto like a corduroy, a velvet. This is kind of playing that part, okay? The 100% cotton is kind of like your linen-ish fabrics. And then, of course, you know about the faux leather and the blue jean. All right. And I'm saying a blanket stitch to everybody in the chat so we can get started. Oh, wait, I gotta show y'all something. Do y'all like my shirt? Let me know in the comments if you like my shirt. Just put a red heart, even though I don't like red, but put a red heart if you like my shirt. I designed this in Embrilliance Essential, and I was thinking about, you know, just if you like it, put a heart, a red heart in the chat, and then I'll tell you. Okay, so the first thing, I have a question. If you are trying to learn something on your sewing machine, I need y'all to listen to what I'm saying, right? If you are trying to learn something on your sewing machine, thank y'all. What do you think would be the first thing you need to do in order to understand what is going on with your sewing machine? So I'm going to ask that again. If you are, Jennifer, I see your name, Queen. If you are trying to learn something about your sewing machine, what is the first thing you think you need to do in order to understand what is going on with your sewing machine? Like, how does it work? What are the operational functions? Let me know. Call unbiased. Oh, no, Tuck. No. No, Queen, that is not the answer. Okay, no, that's not the answer. Hey, y'all, don't wait. Don't do this. Don't do this. What Tuck said, don't do this. Spilling the Diversity says, read the manual. RJ Funchies. Hey, Queen, yes, read the manual. After you have read your manual, then what do you do? What would you do? Would you start, playing with your sewing machine? Would you at least turn it on and, see what is what and how it works? Or would you just be like, oh, I read the manual, I'm going to just put it back in the box? You can do that too, Vera, if they have a video. Yes. Stitch it out and watch it closely. Stitch something out and watch it closely. So, Angela Dunn, I am going to piggyback on that because that is close to the answer that I was looking for. When you first get your sewing machine and you read the manual, because I need you to read the manual, okay? The reason I need you to read the manual is because not all sewing machines operate the same. They may be all single heavy duty, but they have different versions of them. So whereas my stitches, the decorative stitches, will be on the bottom, some of them come at the top. So you really have to pay attention to the manual and read that carefully, right? Then after that, I would just take out a piece of fabric and make some stitches. I would go through each stitch that is on my machine on that piece of fabric, and I would also turn my stitch length different sizes. I would also play with my tension. I would also do all the things that my sewing machine offers, and I would write all that down. I would, on my fabric, I would take a permanent marker and say what I did to create this one stitch. If I used a zigzag, how big was my zigzag, what tension I had. Keep you a folder. Keep you some type of folder, tangible way to go back and say, this is what I did. Okay. My second piece of advice, and I need y'all to write this down. Who ready to write it down? Let me know in the chat. You ready to write it down? Okay, Keisha, I see you. Be right back. Who's ready to write down what I have to tell you? Because I'm dropping gems on y'all today. Hold on. I'm dropping a gem on you. I need you to pay attention. Pay attention. Okay. So, hey, Shantae. Welcome in, Queen. Hey, Miss Karen G. Hey, y'all. Faith Smiley, Miss Marissa. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, I seen Make It with Marilyn, Vera. I seen Picture Me Crafting. I seen Tuck. I seen a lot of y'all. Okay. Appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. So, this gem that I'm finna drop is gonna be one. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this back to. Hold on. Let me get this to the live, because I'm supposed to be watching y'all comments. Okay. So this gem that I'm about to drop on you is going to be significant when you are trying to understand your sewing machine. So only 3 people want to write it down? Okay, well, I'm going to keep it to myself. All right, let's get started. So I have the waistband of a pair of blue jeans that I cut, okay? So this is pertaining to our buttonhole, all right? So if you can see, there is an opening right here in the buttonhole. But as you can also see, there is a closed section right here, okay? So my buttonhole starts here and it ends here. However, I'm going to stop it right here so that all I have to do is find a button big enough to fit this hole. And what this does is keep this part of your buttonhole secure. Okay? You ready to write it down? Hey, Homesteader Rachel. Welcome here, Queen. You ready to write it down? All right. Here's what I was going to tell you about I'm drinking, okay? Aging or sound. When you are going to test out your sewing machine for the very first time, my suggestion, because I ain't nobody, is to have one color of thread at the top and a different color thread on the bobbin. Do not load your sewing machine for the very first time as you're practicing with white on top, white on the bottom, or black on the top and black on the bottom, or green on the top and green on the bottom. Okay, y'all get what I'm saying. Today, I will be using black thread on the top and red bobbin. Somebody put it in the chat. Why am I doing that? Why am I going to use 2 different color threads when I'm testing out something for the very first time on my sewing machine? I'll wait. Oh, let me see. I can see y'all over here now. Let me see. Let me know if you know the answer to this question. And if you are a sewist, you sew all the time, you already know the answer. Give the people who don't really understand why they need to be doing this a chance to answer. Hey, Cooking with Ned. Welcome in, Queen. Yes. Picture Me Crafting, tension check. Creating with tuck, stitch pattern. Shantae says stitch alignment. To verify the tension from the machine to the bobbin. Yes, Vera, spilling the diversity, to make sure that the stitches are correct on the top and the bottom and the tension is set. to make sure it is stitching all of these. Hey, Big Rooster, welcome in, King. Hold on, let me twerk for you. We twerking for cash, twerking for cash, twerking for cash. Purple Patch Crew, thank you. So cooking with net. The question was, if you are a beginner sewer and you taking your machine out for the very first time, after you have read the manual on how to operate, turn on your machine, thread the bobbin, thread the needle, my question was, when you are getting ready to practice on the fabric, sewing it through, why would you want to use two different color threads in your sewing machine for the very first time versus using white on white, which is white at the top and white at the bobbin, or why and wait, using white and then white bobbin? I'm saying that you should use whatever color at the top and a different color on the bottom so that you understand what your sewing machine is doing. Because if you can look at the two different color stitches, you can tell exactly what the top needle does and what the bobbin does when you intertwine them together using your sewing machine. Does that make sense, Queen? I had to rethink that so I could get it out again. Okay. Anywho, so that was the tip for today. Let me know if y'all learned something. Let me know, because you may have already known that. Okay, so it helps with knowing what the tension looks like. It helps you to see what the bobbin stitch looks like. It helps you to understand which stitch you should be using for that particular material. It just helps you to understand. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go back to the buttonhole. Oh, wrong way. To the buttonhole. So the first thing when you are creating a buttonhole, so this was already created. I'm just going to show you how I do it. So let's go to the table. Let's go to the table. So there are more than 100 ways to skin a cat. Okay. I'm showing you what I know or what I recognize. This is not set in stone. So if you have a different view of this, let us know in the comments. Okay. But be respectful. Be mindful. Okay. Period. Be kind. So with my buttonhole that was already created in my jeans, what I can do is I can take my ruler and I can measure from the edge of the stitching to this edge of the stitching. Okay. This measures 1 inch from one end of the stitching to the other end of the stitching. It measures 1 inch. Okay. In order for you to create this back stitch kind of like thing to where your button will not go all the way back or, come loose or just be loose inside of the buttonhole itself, right? I would just leave. They left about, I would say that's about maybe 2/4 of an inch of the stitching. Okay. So this is what we're going to create today in buttonhole. Okay. Why is my thing going out? Y'all still with me? Hold on. Let me check this. I seen a big flash come through. Hey, Brandy. Welcome in, Queen. Hey, Miss Nessa. What you doing, Queen? How you doing? Hey, Miss Nene Designs. Okay. Am I still here? Congratulations, Cooking with Ned. Which machine did you get, Queen, if you don't mind us asking? You can, okay, I'm still here. All right. So that's how I would create my buttonhole, is to look exactly like this once I'm done. All right. So I'm going to just put this to the side and we are going to work on the cotton fabric first. Oh, and one other thing. For you to create your button stitch on different types of fabrics, when you're using jean, you can still use your 9014 needle to make your buttonholes, right? With your faux leather, it just depends on the thickness of your faux leather. You may be able to use the 9014, but you can also use the 8012 needle, okay? When you are doing it with these two, the cotton and the felt, you can use the 7511 needle, 8012, and I probably will stop there. What I have in my machine, so that I don't have to keep changing my needles, I just have an 8012 because it's in the middle of all the other needles. So it should go through each layer of this fabric that I have, okay? I'm going to say that again. I have an 8012 in my machine, and it should be able to go through all layers of these different types of fabrics that I have on the table today. So we're going to start with the regular cotton. This is just 100% cotton. What I want you to understand is when you make garments with regular 100% cotton, you do not sew against the grain of the fabric. When you make garments with regular 100% cotton, you do not sew against the grain of the fabric. So what does that mean? It means that this 100% cotton is not going to give you any stretch when you make pants, skirts, shirts, yada, 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 whatever the garment is. So what does that mean for you? It means that when you make your buttonholes, you're going to be going with the grain of the fabric to make the buttonhole. Okay? So that means you're not going to have no stretch. That means that it's going to be tight fabric. So what I would suggest you do, you don't have to take my advice, okay? I would take some fusible interfacing, lightweight. This is SPF 101, lightweight interfusible interfacing. I'm going to cut out a piece. And if you ever take apart any one of your 100% cotton shirts, underneath that placket, you will see some type of interfacing, okay, or stabilizer. You can also use tearaway stabilizer to make your buttonholes. If you embroider, you can take your tearaway stabilizer. See this? I'm tearing it away. And you can put that onto your fabric, and you don't have to use the fusible stabilizer, okay? Fusible interfacing, I'm sorry. So I'm just using this because that's what I like, okay? And I'm just going to fuse this down. Let me get my iron. Am I moving too fast, or y'all, you getting what I'm putting down? You collecting? Let me know. Oh, we got a new member. Hold on. Design with Nessa. Thank you, Queen. Hold on. Let me twerk for you. We twerking for cash. Twerking for cash. Twerking for cash. Purple Patch Crew. Thank you. Okay, it came back right. All right. Y'all, I'm supposed to be having the phone over here so I could kind of see the comments. Hey, Tashiria, welcome in, Queen, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all. If I haven't seen you right after the New Year and said Happy New Year to you, welcome in, everybody. Okay, so I'm just going to fuse this down, and it don't take much. So now my fabric is solid. Okay, my fabric is solid. So what I want to do is I want to find a button. I want to find me a button. And for the sake of this video tutorial live or whatever, I'm not going to use a button that matches. I'm going to use a button where we can see what the buttonhole does when it stitches. Okay, so it's not going to match. We want to find something that will stand out. Okay, or at least we can see what the buttonhole foot. Let me see. I don't want red because I have red in the bottom. And so, wait. So I got to tell y'all something else. I got to tell you something else. Hold on. And I need y'all. Let me know if y'all want to write this down. Y'all need this information or not? Do y'all need this? What I'm about to show you. It's another gem that I'm dropping. Hold on. Let me stir y'all up. Because I don't even believe. I don't think you guys even, y'all don't understand. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Jess, happy birthday to you, Queen. Girl, let me sing to you, girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jess. Yes. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed your birthday, Queen. Let me know if y'all want to see what I got to show you. Yeah, I was singing, but baby, I had a question. Hey, Billy Shayfield, welcome in, Queen. Hey, Miss Alice B, welcome in, Queen. Do y'all want to know what I have to show you? Yes or no? Or we can move on. You know we nosy. All right, so check this out. Do you see the size of this button? Can you see the size of this button? Let me see this one. And can you see the size of this button? It does not matter which button I use. If I could use these nails, honey, hold on. If I could use these fingers with these nails. And I'm going to do it with, I'm going to stick a pin in it so you can see that it does not matter which button I use. They will all line up. Can y'all see straight through the hole? Hold on. Y'all should be able to see my finger in the background. I don't know how, but yeah. Do y'all see this? And I have 3 different size buttons on here. Why am I telling you this? Don't get nervous that you have a big button. When I show you how to use the buttonhole foot, it's going to work the same as if you had this big button, this medium-sized button, or this smaller button. Okay? The only one that it does not work with will be this button. Let me see if I can grab it. Let me see if I can grab this one. Oh, Jesus. Because I see it and I want to show you. It will not work with this button because it only have 2 holes. Can you see behind? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me do this. Do y'all see the 2 holes in this button? All right. You can still use your buttonhole foot with the two holes. It just they don't line up with the other holes, okay? I think the bigger ones that have 2 holes will line up with the top 2 or bottom 2. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they will. But I just wanted to show you that. Oh, look, I got a bigger button. Let's check it. Okay, so it will line up with the 2 holes. It's just that you only have 2 holes versus 4. All right. So I guess you could technically say all of these buttons will line up. You just have to actually place this one, in one set of your 2, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't want to confuse you, but let's do this button onto this fabric. And I'm going to show you how this works. Let me see. I think I'm trying to see because I put all of my this is for the brother. Okay. So this is for the heavy duty singer. This is the buttonhole foot for the heavy duty singer that I'm using here today. And you see this little bar, that bar, this is where you're going to attach your sewing, the presser foot. This is where you attach it to the machine, this bar right here, okay? This, on this end, oh, girl, stay in the camera. This, on this end, lets you size your button. All I did was pushed it. I pushed it. Pulled it. I'm sorry. I pulled it back. In order to do it, make it go back in, you just push it in. Okay. So I'm going to size my button. Let me know if this angle is good or do I need to. Let me turn on another light, y'all, just in because I can see darkness. Hold on. Okay. The angle is okay. Dim said, hey, Queen. Okay. Kristen is confused why the number of holes matter. The number of holes don't matter, Kristen. They don't matter. I just was showing them that it doesn't matter what size button you use. The holes line up because some people get intimidated by looking at these big buttons, thinking that my machine is not going to sew this down, but it will because it's the same size holes as the smaller button. That's all I was saying. Hey, Retired Crafting, is this view okay for you guys? I did turn on another light, so hopefully you can see. Okay, I'm going to just keep going because, it's a lag. So once I was going to put my button in. I was going to put my button inside of my buttonhole foot. And so what you want to do is take your button and nest it. Let me use, for this right here, I'm going to try to use something that you can see against this white. Okay. So there is a nesting nook and cranny right here. You want your button to be right under there. Okay. And then once you get it on, and push it. Did y'all hear that snap? I'm gonna do it again. Let me go by the microphone. Hold on. I'm going to push it over here, but I'm doing the same exact thing. Listen for the snap. Did y'all hear that click? All right. So you want to make sure that you hear the click, because now my button is not going to come off. It's not going to come off. So I think I'm going to use this button because it's yellow and we can see it. Okay. So you don't have to size your button. I could use this little button inside of this buttonhole foot, and my machine, my sewing machine, is basically going to size it for me. Okay. What do I mean by that? So if I pull this all the way out, okay, and I push it in to snap, if I can hold it and do it at the same time, my buttonhole foot is going to know that I need all of this in order to get this button to fit on whatever it is that I'm going to be putting it on. So let me show you this one. And you want to make sure that your button is right side up. Okay. So if I had this little bitty button and I push it in, up, well, let me find another one. With the little ones, you do have to, you have to be a little careful. Okay. But up. Well, get in here. Get in here. Let me hold it down, y'all. Okay, so there go my snap. Do you see how this closed in? You see the opening? And I'm going to show you the difference on this. This is the brother one. It's the same exact thing. They mostly all work the same, okay? But I want to show you the difference in the openings. Can y'all see that? This opening is smaller because my button is smaller, and I don't need to sew all of this to get this little bitty button inside of on my pants or skirt or whatever. Let me know if y'all can see the difference. And I'm trying to hold them even so you can see the difference. I'm waiting on y'all to answer. Hey, Derica. Welcome in, Queen. Thank you, Dimps. I seen you, Queen girl. Them press on. So if they press off, don't worry about it. Okay. All right. So y'all see it. I'm going to take this button off because we're going to use the yellow button for our project over here. So I just need to put this back in and size it. And make sure you hear the click. So what I can do is on my fabric, and this is going to be across the board, whether I use jean material or whatever. Let me put this up. Let me put this up. Hold on. This is going to be across the board. You can do this or not. It's totally up to you. So if I was going to be making my buttons from scratch, like the buttonholes from scratch, I want to draw some type of something on my fabric. Okay. And today I'm just going to be using a regular ink pen. But of course, you want to use your friction pen. You want to use whatever is going to dissolve. Okay. But in order for me to show you, so you can see, I'm just going to do it with the pen, right? So let's say that this is the top. Oh, y'all, this is the pen that Kelly made me. I never used it. I might have to burn the end. Okay, let's see. There we go. let's say this is the top of my shirt, right? And when I measure my button, remember it said that it was at a 1 inch, right? So I'm going to 1 inch this, another 1 inch, and another 1 inch. So I would place a button. Wait, let me get one. Let me take this one out. On top of these lines. So what am I measuring? You see there are 4 holes, right? There's a fill in between the 4 holes. I'm going to put my fill directly on top of this line that I drew, okay? So my first button will be placed right there. I'm skipping number 2 because my button is big. I'm going to put another button on the 3rd line. Let me show you what that would look like. Let me see if this is the same size. That's the same size. So this is how mine would be placed on my shirt. But I'm lining up this fill on my line, not in between these lines, but on the line. And if there is another way that you do that, kudos to you. This is what I do, okay? So I'm showing you how I do it. So that's that, right? So let me put my button back into my cradle. It's a buttonhole foot. I'm talking about a cradle. Okay, so I marked my line, and then I'm just going to draw a straight line through the middle of all 3 of these my lines. Okay, so we're going to go to the sewing machine so that I can show you exactly how I'm going to do this. Okay, so y'all give me a minute. Let me change the camera. Before I get started, do I have any questions? Do we have any questions before we get started? Oh, I need to put, because I wasn't watching the chat, y'all. So if you have a question, let me know. I'm just cutting a piece of this shelf liner so that when the camera won't shake as much. It's still gonna shake because I'm using I'm sewing, but it won't shake as much. Do we have any questions? Okay, I guess not. All right. Hey, Keisha Elliott. Great live you did last night with Miss Gail and Miss Lena. I didn't stay for the whole thing, Queen, but I'm sure you got your bow koozie done. All right. So let me see if you can see. Hey, the Educated Natural. Welcome in, Queen. Y'all good with this view? Or do I need to change it? Let me know if y'all good with this view. Can y'all see everything right here? I put my extension table on so that so y'all can see a little better. All right. So I have a standard presser foot on my machine. My presser foot was already lifted up, but you want to lift your presser foot up. And then this little button right here, you just want to, if your machine comes like this, okay, drop down this presser foot because I don't need that. I'm going to be using this. So I showed you that this little metal piece right here, this bar in the middle, is to connect to this part of your sewing machine. But it doesn't go in the sewing machine like this. Your button should be towards the back of your sewing machine, because when we sew, everything is fed through the machine coming this way. Do y'all understand that? Everything is sewn coming this way. So your button, once it's loaded, needs to be towards the back of the machine. And then you're going to be looking at this bar to put under here, because this little opening right here in front of the bar where my fingernail is, this is considered your window for your needle, your fabric, and whatever lines you have drawn on the fabric, okay? That's just like, this is my standard pressing foot. And do you see the opening? Oh, wait, let me stick my finger back here. You see this opening? This is considered the window. The same exact window that is on this presser foot. Yay or nay? So if I put this buttonhole foot down in this position, I can't see my window because the window is back here, right? So just keep in mind that it goes this way towards the back of the machine. All right. And I see I'm fuzzy, but hey, y'all, work it out, work with me, okay? So I'm going to line up the bar with this part of my presser foot, and I'm just going to drop my presser foot lever down, and when I pick it up, my buttonhole foot is attached. Now, they don't come up straight like your regular presser foot, because the weight of the button, depending on the size of the button, will keep this down. Plus, the buttonhole foot itself is a little heavy. All right. So, are y'all with me so far? Y'all okay? Or y'all okay? Okay. Oh, I forgot I'm going to leave this at the big angle just because I want y'all to be able to see. Hold on. Let me take off this banner so that it doesn't distract from what I'm doing. Okay. So, y'all remember I drew my 1-inch lines on my fabric. When I get to the sewing machine, I want to, so let me kind of show you. With the regular presser foot, I want to get my window or my presser foot window with that line. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, y'all, but I want to be able to see the line. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. I want to be able to see the line, my horizontal line inside of my window when I get over here to the machine, okay? So I'm gonna use the top one because I forgot. Let me draw another one. I was supposed to draw a thing at the top. Hold on. I'm just gonna draw it. Okay, so when I get over here, I'm inside my window. All right. And the first thing I want to do, I'm gonna have to show y'all this. Hold on, with the give me a second. I'm gonna have to show y'all this with the phone in my hand. So it's gonna be a little shaky, okay? But oh, it went off. Hold on. Y'all, I turned it off. Okay, hold on. That's why I don't like moving this thing. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me put it back. Let me put it back on my phone. Now it's trying to call somebody. Baby, get off of there. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. That's why I don't like to move it, because stuff happens. I want to show you on the machine. Wait. Mute. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming, I promise. Give me a second. Okay. Now I need to turn it this way. Okay. Work it out, girl. Work it out. Okay. Enter. Okay, so y'all give me a minute and let me put it back on my thingamajig here. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna just hold the phone in my hand, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm trying to work this out for you. Okay. So, and I'm gonna make this big. That weird lever thing, right? What you talking about, Kristen? I missed your question. Okay. Can y'all see my sewing machine tent knobs? Or do I need more lighting? Can you see the knobs, or do I need more lighting? All right. So this is my stitch dowel down here. I am going to turn my stitch dowel to the buttonhole stitch. I'm going to line this stitch with this white dot on my sewing machine. The white dot is saying that this is even, so this is where my sewing machine is going to stitch. Okay, this is what my sewing machine is going to stitch. Yours may be a little different. You may have 3 different looking stitches on your machine that look like zigzag lines. And what that is the one that would be over here would be for the left side of your buttonhole. The one in the middle is for the middle. And the one on the right is when you come down on the right. So I'm not sure how to explain this, okay? But it would be 3 different dowels, right? One would be for the left side of your buttonhole foot. The one in the middle would do these stitches going across like this at the top and at the bottom. And then the one on the right will be coming down on the right side of your buttonhole foot. Does that make sense? All sewing machines don't have just a 1-step buttonhole foot. Some of them have 3 different steps that you have to use to complete the buttonhole. Did y'all understand that? Did y'all understand that? Okay, I'm moving on. So now we are at the stitch length of our buttonhole. It's going to be in between the 0 and the 1. So I'm going to move this dowel in between the 0 and the 1 and lining it up with the dot that's above this dowel. Because you see, this is my buttonhole foot stitch. Okay. You can put it on 0 because your feed dogs won't move anyway, but I just like to put mine in the middle because they indicate this is where it's supposed to be. All right. The width of my stitches, I have it at a 0. I'm just putting it in between the 1, 0, and the 1 for now. Listen to me. For now. Because we have to test the buttonhole to see where the width of my stitches should be in order for my needle to fall down into each buttonhole. Let me say that again because I probably didn't say it clear. But now we're just going to leave it at a 1. But I'm going to show you that when you get to the buttonhole over here, you're going to have to play with this in order to get your needle, I'm sorry for making y'all dizzy, to line up with the holes in the button. Okay? But I'm leaving it at 1. Normally it's like a 3, but I'm going to just show y'all how it go. My tension, the tension dial on my sewing machine, I'm putting it up to a number 5. I'm putting it up to a number 5. And my needle, I don't want it in the middle. Do y'all see my needle is set to be in the middle of my sewing machine or the middle of my presser foot? Let me show you. This is considered the middle of my window. But if I move this dial, I want my presser foot to go to the left. And let me show you. It moved. I'm going to just show you if I put it back in the middle. You see that it moved? I want it to the left. Let me know if y'all see that moving. I want it to the left, the far left. Okay? So now I'm going to put y'all back on the other stand. Before I leave this area, because I'm probably not going to bring my the camera back on this side. Before I leave this area, do we have any questions of how I set this up? To the left, to the left. Yeah, everything in the box to the left. Do y'all have any questions about this section of the sewing machine before I put you back on the stand? This is my stand. So that y'all can see this part of the machine. I know it's a delay, so I'm going to wait for a few seconds. I wish I could drink water while I wait, but I can't do it with one hand. Is everybody clear about how I set this up? No questions. Okay. So remember, I'm going to be testing what size I need the width. If y'all can see, it says width. Let me bring this up. It says the width of my stitches, okay? When I start playing with this, this is the only button that I will be using to find out how far apart my holes are on my button. All right. So let me bring myself back, and then I will set this up. Please don't cut off on me. Okay, let's set this back up. Just give me a second. And hold on. Y'all, every time I touch it. Every single time I touch it. So that's why I'm not going to move it again. I hope that y'all got what y'all needed. I got to set it all back up again. Give me a second. That's why I don't like touching it. Okay, let's see. Okay. Enter. Hold on. Okay, 10. Cause baby, I talked enough. I need a river. I need to be drinking out the river, honey. Okay, let's see if I made it work. Okay. And I'm going to just slide this over just so you guys can see. Okay. So remember we had already placed our fabric. Unbiased, see the message from Keisha. Okay, let me go back. Hold on, y'all. Oh, how far back? Keisha, we going into the journal? Oh, you sent the thing. Okay, hold on, Queen. Thank you for the excellent tutorial. You're welcome, Queen. Hold on. Let me twerk for you right quick before I start. Thank you, Keisha. This is what, and thank you for highlighting that. I can't even remember who said it, but thank you. We twerking for cash, twerking for cash, twerking for cash. Purple Patch Crew. Thank you. All right, we are back. Okay, y'all back? Oh, who said that? Miss Diane Wilson. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Okay, y'all, I can't see all the chat all the time. I apologize. I gotta do better in 2025, 2026. Okay, so here we go. We are in our window, okay? And the first thing we want to do is we want to take this lever. So if y'all can see, there is this lever right here where my finger is rubbing, okay? I want to pull down and push it towards the back. Did y'all hear that click? You want to be able to click it. Did y'all hear the click? So it's push it down, pull it down, and then push it towards the back. And let me just see if y'all can see. This is the lever. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but it's a lever right here. Oh, that lever, Kristen, that's what you're talking about. Yes. So you pull it down and push it towards the back. This engages. This tells your sewing machine you're about to use this presser foot. That lever tells your sewing machine that you are about to use this presser foot. Okay. And I think it lowers the feed dogs, but you can't tell because the fabric is on top. But I think let me see. I think it lowers the feed dogs for you when you do this, when you use this button. Don't quote me on that. I have to do it without the foot on there. Is it supposed to touch any part of the foot? No, Kristen. No. This is the lever. This is the part that I just pulled down and then push towards the back. And you see it's not touching my foot. There is an opening here. Can you see that, Kristen? It's a slight open, but it's an open. Okay? It's an opening, I mean. Let me know if you got that, Kristen. Okay, I'm trying to go to the side so y'all can see how this is going to move in, okay? So what you want to do is test your button. Hold on, let me see. So this is already telling me the size of my button. Hold on. I think this one is the same size. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how you can, don't worry about the yellow button for right now. Okay. You want to hear it click. Yes, everything you do with this foot and this button, you want to hear click before you do anything. Y'all, don't worry about the yellow button. This is the same size as this button, but I want to show you how to test to see if your buttonhole needle is in the correct position. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit my my button up here, but remember hold on, let me get a little marker for you guys, because some people, just like me, we need to be able to see stuff. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, let me see. Hopefully this little marker will stay where you can see the color. Hold on. So let me show you this button. So y'all see the red marker is in the middle, on that filled part of my button. Do you see that? You determine if you want it to be this way or that way. It really don't matter. If your button have like some type of print on it, you decide which way you want your button to be, up, right, down, left, whatever. Okay, but do you see this red line that I drew in the middle? This is the feel. This is considered the feel of your button. Hey, pretty eyes, welcome in, Queen. Hey, mighty soul, welcome in, Queen. All right, y'all see it. So I'm going to take my button, and where the red line is, I'm putting it in my window. I'm lining it up with my window. This is going to be how you're going to see which size width. Remember, I told you at the top of my sewing machine, this is how I'm going to test the width of my stitches. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer. Let me just move that way. Hopefully, you will be able, let me see, to see what I have going on. This is the needle where my finger is. The red line is between the window. Okay. I'm going to turn the hand wheel towards me. And do you see that my needle is stuck because it's not enough width on my machine for this to go down? I'm hoping you can see that. Okay. Let me put so I moved it, and now my needle can go down. Do y'all see my needle is down in the fabric? Okay. I'm holding it again, and now I want to see if my needle will go from this left side to the right side of my button. But I'm trying to hold this to stay straight because it have to be straight. Okay. I'm going to press the foot up, turning the hand wheel towards me. Now my foot should be going to the opposite side. Hold on, it didn't catch. So that's my one width. That's my 1 millimeter stitch width. Okay, I'm going to turn my width, and I'm going to turn it to a number 2. Okay, I'm going to put it down, but it got stopped because it's not big enough to go into the right side of the button. Okay, I'm just going to bring it to a number 3 and try it again. Nope, it's not big enough. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in the window. Okay, so that's on number 3. It's still not enough to go to the other side of my button. I'm going to turn it to a number 4. Y'all should be able, I don't know if you can see the needle actually moving as I turn the width. That's a number 4, and it's sitting right in the neck of the hole. But I want to clear the hole because remember, my needle will be going back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So I'm going back to the left side, turning it, and then this is going to connect to the right side. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe my hand is in the way. Is my hand in the way? But let's see if I could take this off. Hold on. This was probably the bad. I should have did the button before I put the fabric on. I should have tested the button so y'all could see it before I put the fabric on. But it's no worries. Let me see. Can y'all see the thread right about there? Can y'all see the thread inside of my button? The black thread inside of this hole and that hole. And all you would have to do is, once you get it in those two holes, is you're going to move it up a little bit and get it into the last two holes. Okay? So let me try to get this off of my machine, child. Give your girl a little second. I need that knife that Robin had from her kitchen yesterday. Okay, hold on. Okay. But then I want y'all to see this too. So y'all see where I drew my line? The horizontal line. Do y'all see how my thread matched up perfectly with that line? So I know my button is going to be centered if I do it this way. Okay? Don't worry about the knot. I just tore that off. It's not going to look like that. It's going to be looped into the button. This is the back. You can't really tell what the red thread is doing as of yet because I cut it off. But do you see the stabilization? It would have been in there. Do y'all see that? Hey, Denzel. I'm just going to take the thread out because we're going to do it again. Let me take this foot off for a minute because I want to pull my bobbin thread up because I cut it off. I didn't, pull it out. And I'm going to pull my top thread out so I don't lose it. Y'all, and I may not do all the other, because the way that I'm doing the cotton fabric is the way you're going to do all the fabrics. Okay. I may not be able to get a chance to test out all oh gosh. Okay, y'all, I gotta rethread. Hold on. Where is the thread? Oh, you went to sleep on me. Hold on. I'm just rethreading my machine because I lost my thread. Oh, I was supposed to hydrate, y'all. Hold on. I need to get some water too. It's kind of hot in here today. It's hot outside. Okay, so I'm threaded back. And where's my buttonhole foot? What I did with it? Okay. All right. Hey, 755. Welcome in, Queen. It's cold for you, Denzel? Oh, let me get my water. Okay. So, y'all, I'm ready to go to the next part. So, I'm lining my thing up with my window again. Okay. All right. So, Now I'm going to start stitching using the presser foot. Oh, hold on. I'm going to be using the presser foot. Okay. I'm bringing my width back down to 0. I'm sorry. I thought I had it set. Wait, why you not moving? Why is my thing not moving? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's trying to make me look bad. Why is it not moving? Hold on. Let me just see. Yeah. This is on. This is on. Okay. I don't know why it's not moving. I don't know why it's not moving. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what is wrong. Let me do another piece of fabric and see. I'm going to just try the blue jean. See? It's not moving. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen while you live. I promise you. I don't know why. Oh, let me see. I have this in the middle. This is on that. It's not catching for some reason. Okay, let me see if I pull it a little. If I pull the thread. It's just staying in one spot. What is wrong with you? And it's on there. Oh, y'all. I forgot to click it. Hold on. I forgot to click the doggone. Nobody told me. Okay, hold on. I forgot to click. Oh, shoot. Y'all. Okay, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to. Okay, let me see how I can to say this. When you put the button in. Let me put a button in. Hold on. Let me put the button in. I am so sorry. I forgot to show y'all this. When you put the button in here and it clicks. Hold on. Now this one don't want to work. Hold on, y'all. This is. I promise it's only when you live. Ugh. Trying to show somebody something. Hold on. This one don't want to click at all. Okay. Oh. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to holler. I'm going to just find another button. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to holler. I'm going to just find another button. Hold on. Okay. Get in here. All right. When you put the button in and click it, you're supposed to move your, when you attach it to your foot, you bring this towards the back. So with the brother machine, it's a little different. It doesn't hold like the Singer. This one kind of like grabs it and moves it towards the back. But with the brother one, you would have to push it towards the back. You see it have a spring in it. but the brother one does not. Okay, so I am so sorry that I forgot to tell you that. So I loaded this, put the button, clicked it, and I had to push or manually push my window back. Okay, let's see if it works now. What in the world? What in the world? Did y'all see that? Okay, let me do it on this end. Girl, how you gonna show somebody something and you don't even know what you're doing? Why my button don't want to stay? Y'all, it's not that hard to do a buttonhole. Why this thing don't want to stay here? My button don't want to stay, y'all. Where is it? Okay. It's clicked. I hear it. I don't know why I don't want to stay. And this don't want to move. What is the problem? Okay, am I doing something wrong? Because I never had to do all of this before. So somebody in the chat, let me know if I'm doing something wrong, because all you supposed to do is, oh, I forgot to put the thing down again. Okay, hold on. Let me try it again. See, it's like making a clicking sound. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I got it now. Okay. I think I got it now. Hold on. Ooh, Lord. I think I got it now, y'all. After I done messed around. So I guess I'm going to have to tell y'all again what I'm doing, what happened. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even sugarcoat it because I don't know what happened or why it wasn't. Let me see if I could just get rid of some of this trash off of here. The level don't have to be on it, Kristen. You don't have to put that on there at all. I promise. That's not what it was. Okay, let's try this again. I'm just going to line it up with this. Let's see if we can get this going now. And so I came up to the top of from one line to the other. Y'all, I'm sorry, okay? I apologize. But it's working now for whatever reason. I don't know what I did wrong or what happened. So I'm going to change the width so that I can get those crossed stitches, okay? And then I'm going to move my needle to the right. Let me lift my presser foot up. I'm sorry. Yeah, my needle was on the left. I'm moving it to the right because now I'm coming down on the other side to create my stitches. Hopefully y'all understand, but I'm going to show you. And when I get to the line, I'm going to do my change the width of my stitches again to a number 3. Ouch. So that I can create my closing. I'm going to take it off the machine. And they are not the straightest stitch, honey, but it's in there. So do y'all see? That is the line that I created. You want them to be a little bigger than that, but it's okay. And so what I'm going to do is take my button off of here. Now it don't want to come out. Hold on. Now you don't want to come out. Oh, Lord. Okay. So I'm going to take my button and just measure it to see if it's going to fit in that slot. And then I'm going to take, you can either use your seam ripper. I like to use the straight razor. You can use a straight razor. And all you're going to do is where your line is in the middle. If it would have been centered correctly, you take the line in the middle and use that as your guide to open up your buttonhole. I don't go all the way to the line, the horizontal lines. I try to leave a little. So if y'all can see, hold on. I don't know why that thing was not pulling the thread. Pulling the fabric, y'all. I really don't. Okay, so y'all see my hole is open where my fingernail is. It's supposed to be a little closer, but for some reason, my machine is acting a fool. But if I take my button, so I might have to open it up a little bit more. Let me use the seam ripper because I can control it a little bit better. So look, my button is now able to come through my hole and sit on top of the fabric. So let me show you if I can. It's hard to see what the red stitches look like or what they do, but they wrap themselves around the black thread. So let me try to do it with a little bit of another stitch. Hold on, y'all. I think with my machine, see, the Brother is a one-step machine and it does everything for you. This Singer, you have to go up, go to the side, come back down, and go to the side again. But I think I need to be doing up and come back down so that it will be thicker. So let me try that and see if that's going to work. Because y'all, I don't remember. And when you have multiple machines that do different things, it's hard to remember which does what, okay? But that Brother that I have is a little fancy. It's the SE 1900. And it's auto. You press the button and it just go. Okay. So let me try to extend. Okay, I need to be on the left side first. Oh, it don't matter. And then Let me change my stitch width to a number 5 and see. Okay. Oh, I went too far. I went too far. I went too far. Hold on. Okay. Much better, y'all. Much better. Okay. Much better. I'm going to show it to you. I had it too small. The width was too small, so I turned my width to a number 5. Do y'all see the difference? Even though my line ain't straight, but do you see the difference in the stitches? It's a little closer and wider. So this will hold my button better than this. Okay. Let me show you the back. This is better than the one that I did at the top. Okay. So now I'm going to open this up. Even though my line ain't straight. It's just, I don't know why I can't see it today, but nope. Let me do it with this. So I'm just going to take my seam ripper and kind of like slice in the middle, in between the stitches, so that I can open up the hole where my button is going to pass. So the stitch width for this one at the bottom is a number 5. The stitch width is a number 5. The tension is between the 4 and the 5, which is closer to the 5 than anything, right? The tension. And my stitch length is in between the 0 and the 1. And I have on the buttonhole foot. Okay, so where's my button? I should be able to use this one. It's a little struggle because I think this one is a little wider, top heavy. But where's the, oh, it's on the thing. Girl, get the button. Why this? Okay. I'm going to do it one more time just so we can see. Because it was made for this particular button. See, it's a little easier. Okay, can y'all see that? Hey, house scrapper, welcome in, queen. Looking like a buttonhole now. Yes, okay, because baby, I'm like, what is going on here? I've done all the things that I thought I was supposed to do, okay? So now I'm going to show you how to measure your button real quick with this other foot, with the button foot. This foot, this one right here. This is how you can measure your button and put it actually onto your garments, okay? So this one, you put the, you see the little bar right there. This is the same exact thing. I'm going to push this up. Place this under. And drop it down. Oh, this one might not be for this machine. Okay, hold on. This one might be for the brother. This one. Hold on, let me turn the stitch. Let me try it again. Maybe I had to disengage. Okay, we got it. Y'all see it now? Ooh, child. Okay. So now, if you had a button that you needed to put onto your garment, let me just do this. You're going to put the button underneath the foot. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully you can see. You put the button underneath the foot. So you're lining your presser foot, and I'm going to bring this down. You're going to line your presser foot. If I can get this down. Okay, let me move my needle to the other side. All right. You're lining your presser foot up with the inside of the hose. So let me see if I can show you this while I turn my machine around a little bit, okay? Hold on, I'm coming back. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Okay, so let me do this, and hopefully I can do this. Do y'all see those red dots on the sewing machine? Let me know in the chat if you can see the red dots. If not, I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Oh, maybe push it up. All right, so y'all see the 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the button, right? I'm lining the 4 holes up with the edge of each side of this rubber. Do y'all see that? The red dot indicates the inside of the presser foot, not the outside of the presser foot. This would be considered the outside of the presser foot where my finger is, but this is the inside of the presser foot. All right, so I'm going to try to do it this way, y'all. So hold on, okay? I'm going to try to show y'all so y'all can actually see the foot moving. Okay, so my tension dial, hold on, let me show you this. My tension stitch dial is going to be on a zigzag. Let me find my zig. Y'all, I'm looking at this upside down, so hold on. My zigzag, where's my straight line? Oh, Jesus, I can't see. Hold on, y'all, I can. This is straight, okay. So this is my zigzag. Let me see if you can see. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. This is the zigzag on my machine that's lined up with the dot to say that it's even, right? Then, hold on. I'm going up here to my length stitch. And I'm just going to start at the 3. Remember, we tested it and it was 3 millimeters. Yeah, okay. And then my width of stitches will be at a 3. Let me do this at a 2. So the length of my stitches will be 2. We're going to see. I might have to move it over, but that's fine. We're just going to work with that. And then my tension is going to be between the 3 and the 4. Okay? The 3 and the 4. This is my tension. Y'all see my finger up here moving? That's my tension dial. I think I got it between the 3 and the 4. I'm backwards. Yeah, this is the 3. That's the 4. So it's in the middle between the 3 and the 4. Okay? And then now, you'll stick with hands on the buttons. Hold on, Kristen. You might like this. Hold on. So, now I'm moving back. And hopefully y'all can see inside the machine. Okay. So, if I was sitting here, that means my hand wheel goes that way. Okay. So, let me Let me see if I can do this from the back. Okay. Let me look at this. I am trying to line my needle up with that first hole. So let me see. And you see how it stopped me? Okay, let's see. Oh, God, I'm moving everything. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm going to do that. Let my presser foot back down. Okay. Oh, I see. It's twisted. It's not really. Y'all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show y'all from this way, but what I'm trying to do is get this needle to stitch in that first hole and then zigzag to the second hole. So it would be doing this on the button. It would be doing this on the button. From the needle will go in there and then zigzag to the other one. Zigzag, zigzag. You can do it about 3 to 4 times, right? Then you're going to push your button up, like lift your presser foot, and then slide it to the next set of holes, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 3 to 4 times. So I'm going to have to turn the machine, but I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to get my needle, and this is, hold on. So if I was using this presser foot, which is the same exact one that I have on the machine, this is what it would look like. Hold on. So you see how that is. Oh, God. Okay, wait. I'm this way. Like that. Do y'all see the edge of the inside of the presser foot? Oh, God. Wait. Like that. Okay, like that. I don't know. Y'all can see. And then I'm just trying to get the needle to go back and forth, back and forth. Honey, when I get a real fancy studio and I can change the angles of the camera, you know, with the touch of a button, then that's what we gonna be. But for right now, this is where we at. Okay, so let me just, you want this button to be even though when you want it to be straight when you do start. So I'm just using my hand wheel right now because I'm still testing my button to see how far my stitches need to be. So this is my zigzag. Oh, y'all, I forgot. I was supposed to push the button down. Don't forget to not push this lever down. I forgot because I was backwards. Okay. So let's see. So this one is at a 3. At a 3. And you can backstitch, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I ain't never backstitched. So right now it's just going in. Uh-oh, what's wrong? Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta switch. Kristen, I promise you it's not that hard. I don't know what is wrong with me today. Okay? I promise you. It's not that hard. And you could actually do it with the foot of the pedal. You can actually do it with the foot of the pedal. Oh, God, come on. So I have it at 3. It was just stitching over. What is the problem here? Let me change my width. So I changed the width to 3.3 and 4. Between 3 and 4. Okay, let me see something. Because I want y'all to see that it does work with just the foot pedal. I don't want you to think that I'm just doing that, but you have to test it first, okay? Before you actually use the foot pedal. Because you don't want to break your needles. And I'm going to do the top one again. Just so you can see you can use your foot pedal. You just have to make sure that your stuff is lined up before you actually use the foot pedal. And you want it to be lined up on both sides. See, I don't know why you're moving. And you shouldn't be moving. You're supposed to stay in one spot. Yeah, I don't know what I did just there. I don't know if it have to reset itself or what. But you don't have to put that many stitches to keep your button in. But I did just to show you that you can use the foot pedal to put these buttons in. And I probably didn't explain that enough for somebody to go back and be like, girl, yes, I want to do a buttonhole. Okay, I apologize. Okay, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a girl over here that be crafting and doing some things. Okay, just be trying to do some things. So hopefully you picked up a little something. Okay. It may not be the best something, but you picked up a little something, and you can use it along the way as you do your own research for your machine and how you want to do it. But in the meantime and in between time, I want to know, did you at least understand a little something? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? I think if I got paid to teach, I would this would be the thing. But that's not my ministry. I don't think. I don't know what God got in store for me in 2026, but what he needs to do, or what he should do, is start with your girl vocabulary first, if nothing else. Because, baby, when I tell you, this girl is country. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being country. So, y'all, if y'all do any other piece of material, whether it's the faux leather, the felt, I thought I was going to be able to do all of that, but, baby, no. Okay. The jean, it's all going to be done the same way. And it just depends on your sewing machine. I think this is my brother. This might be my singer. No, this is the brother. So this one is automatic. Let me see. I have another singer. Let me see if it's different. And y'all, don't talk about... Let me see. Okay, so... Hold on, let me wipe it off, because I know somebody in the background gonna be like, girl, where is you going with all that dust? Okay, baby, if you didn't know, anytime you sew, it gets dusty. You embroider, it gets dusty. Okay, you craft, it's dusty. So don't come here with all that, okay? But hold on, let me show you this singer, which is the patchwork singer. I'm just gonna show you the buttonhole foot, what it looks like on this machine, because it's totally different from the other singer sewing machine. Okay. All right. That way you can see what I was talking about when I was telling you that each machine is different. It just depends on what type of machine you have. Okay, so let me see if I can get this in front of you. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is my other, let me show you, Singer patchwork sewing machine. This is my other Singer patchwork sewing machine. And this at the bottom, see these stitches right here at the bottom? Just from number, what can I see? Number 94 to number 99. Can y'all see that? That's how many different buttonholes you can do with this machine. From 99, what I said, 94 to 99. So you have 5 different buttonhole features, right? So remember on the jeans that I showed you earlier, the buttonhole, you see how it's rounded at the top and then it goes skinnier towards the bottom? Do y'all see that? It's not straight or it's not a square. It's rounded at the top and then it goes skinny at the bottom. That is one or both, either one of these stitches right here. If you can see it, you see the round at the top and then it goes slimmer towards the bottom. So you would have to have a machine like this or a machine that creates these types of buttonholes to do this. If not, you're just going to have the regular square and then have the button in the middle, like what we did here today. Okay? So pay attention to your machine or look at your machine and see what your machine offers you. I think this buttonhole foot is for this. I think for my brother, it's a little wider. Hold on, let me see. I'm just trying to show y'all the different, they all look alike, but hold on, let me just see if the brother one is near me, because I think that is for the Singer. And that way you can just look. Okay, let me see. Oh, so no, all right. This one is for this machine. But they all look alike, and this is for the brother. But you see how fat this one is compared to the brother one? But they all do the same thing. This one has the line here and tells you where to put your button. So this one, it have like a, baby, what is that? Oh, it's like a little cushion in there, honey, because the brother, they fancy now, I'm telling you. They give you a lot of different whatevers, but it's got a little cushion in there for it can hold your button. Y'all, I ain't even know that. I just saw that, but I've used the buttonhole foot on the brother before. But anywho, that's all I have for y'all today. Okay, that's all I got. I think that y'all like my shirt. I created this shirt last night, honey. Yeah. Now don't ask me what 6'7" mean. I don't know, but it's trending. That's all I know. Okay. I'm thinking about listing this in my Etsy store, but I don't know, because it's applique and it takes 30 minutes to do one shirt or one thing. And then I was trying to work on doing it for a 4x4. I think I got it, but I would have to test it out again. Okay. Hey, Regina. Welcome in, Queen. Hey, Ruji. Happy belated birthday. Hey, Visionary Creations. Welcome in, Queen. I make you laugh. Thank you, visionary. I don't want to make you laugh. I want you to be learning some stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. No, I know. I got it. I get it. I got it. Okay. All right, y'all. Love you. Did y'all see my short of me making this hat? And that's another thing. She's supposed to be picking this up today, but she ain't called yet. Of me making this junk hat. I need y'all to go watch that short so that it could get over 1,000 views. Cause baby, YouTube keep playing with your girl. Okay. I don't know what I got to say for them to get your girl a little views of something. You know what I'm saying? What I got to say? I got to be, what the English teacher or something? I don't know what I need to do. Okay. Anyway, did y'all see this too? When I made the bag for your books to put your books in. Yes, I know the video was an hour long, but baby, it's step by step, and I did the best that I could. Thank you, Miss Joyce. Hold on, Queen. Let me twerk for you. We twerking for cash, twerking for cash, twerking for cash. Purple Patch Crew. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you, Queen. Okay, so yes, the video for this bag is long, but it is a step-by-step tutorial to show you how to do it. Okay, and y'all need to go make the bag, period. And what else I wanted to tell y'all before I get up out of here? I think that's it. Yeah. Is that it? That's it. Hold on. I love y'all. Have a blessed rest of your work week, day, night, whenever you catch this video. I think that's all I have for y'all. I'm looking around, but I think that's it. Okay. And when I'm going to end, I'm going to be like, gosh, darn it, I was supposed to tell them something. But I do want to tell y'all this. Y'all listening? Let me know in the chat if y'all listening. I got one more gem for y'all. One last one. Okay. Let me know if y'all listening. Put something in the chat. Just let me know you're listening. You gotta do a little something in the chat. You gotta put something. It don't matter what it is. Just put something. It can be one letter. Put something in the chat so I can know that y'all listening. Let me see. Hey, Kingsbury. Welcome in. I appreciate you for being here. Y'all hold up. 5 people putting something in the chat. It is 58 people up in here. Wait, let me see. 755. Can you check how many likes we got, Queen? Make sure we even up or somewhat close to it. Hey, Miss Anna Smith. Welcome in, Queen. You listening, Miss Alice B? Okay. So everybody up in here listening. Y'all don't forget, Craftable Things will be coming live in a little bit. Papa Bammy will be live today. Yesterday was his birthday. And y'all be kind to people. Because I'm going through some health challenges, y'all, but I ain't going to let it stop me. Your girl is going to rock this boat until it sinks. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I'm not going to let nothing and no one stop me from doing what I want to do. And that is to come on this platform or any other platform and show, tell, and help people with what I have to give. Because God didn't give me this gift to keep it silent. No matter what health challenges I go through, if my voice is voicing, I'm going to be voicing my voice. And that's on period. But that's not what I wanted to tell y'all. Okay. But that message was for somebody because God always tells me, girl, you need to be saying that because if I give it to you, you got to give it to them. And so that's what I did. So that message was for somebody in the chat. I don't know who, but grab it if you need it. Okay. And that's on period. But what I wanted to tell you guys is, you so nosy. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys on the next video, live, short, community post, or whatever. I love you. Good night. Mwah. Oh, I forgot. I forgot one more thing. Oh, okay. Good night, y'all. Love you. Bye.